Okay, anybody that tunes in, it's Friday, September 23rd, 2022. We're here at Circle B Bar Reserve here in Lakeland, and we are live, doing our first live nature walk here at the B. Hope everyone's having a good Friday. We've never attempted a live stream here before. So the mysteries of the bee, everyone will get to see in real time along with me. And we're going to be on the look for maybe some bobcats and some gators and who knows what else. So we came from the Lost Bridge area, that parking lot. We're going towards Heron Hideout. We're going to see if Marsh Rabbit Run is open yet. I'm not sure. And if Alligator Alley is or still is open. So we're going to try to find anything we can today. Still early in the morning. I think it's a little after 9 o'clock. I'm curious to see what the water levels look like, because we've been getting pummeled with rain the last couple weeks. Turn around. It's pretty deserted here this morning. I don't know if you guys can see it yet. There's a little blue heron on the trail. Let's zoom in before he flies away. Black-bellied whistling ducks. Alright, let's check out the first place where I tend to find gators. Usually young ones. So the water is pretty high compared to what it was last time. Not seeing anything in there. Let's look on the other side. Not seeing any gators in there at the moment. But we'll check back later with that one, because it changes minute by minute. Thought I heard something, maybe not. That beautiful butterfly. Oh, butterfly is beautiful. Wish he'd land. And he did. Obviously, you're never going to get butterflies to cooperate. So we're going to check some of our notorious spots where some of the bigger ones tend to hang out. Yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. The chat should pop up on my screen. Hey, 3 people watching. Welcome, good morning, wherever you may be. It's like a lot of movement through this section. Yeah, our first attempt at a live stream here at the Bee. A lot of cut acrosses, a lot of fresh. I know the camera is, there you go. Yeah, you can see the fresh cut throughs. It's like maybe even overnight. Hopefully we'll see some decent gators to show you guys. And yes, I tend to move kind of quick, so if you guys see something, let me know. Observation area. So I would say there's a, oh yeah, right in there is a nest. So that's why they got this area closed off right now. So, okay. So there's a nest right there. Oop. I'll try to zoom in. Big old great blue heron. On the hunt. Let's see. Let's check the other side. As I said, these are my usual first places I look whenever I come here. And if you've been on this channel before, we've had a lot of good luck here over the last couple years. So, okay, onward. With the plane drowning me out. We're trying to get out just a little early today because it is supposed to be pretty hot. Something like mid-90s. I'm hoping Marsh Rabbit Run might be open. It appears that it is. I really hope. I love Marsh Rabbit Run. It's probably my favorite trail here at the whole place. So, okay. So Marsh Rabbit Run is open. We're going to go that way here in a moment. Yeah, Alligator Alley. Okay, so let's go ahead and go across Marsh Rabbit Run. I got taking photos. We'll try to sneak through here real quick. So they must have just opened this trail back up. It was closed here a couple weeks ago. This makes me excited that this trail is back open again. Because this is closed during the nesting season. Checking the cut across. And you see how closed in the sides of the trail are right now until they mow this down more. You know, you could have a 12-foot man-eater literally inches from your feet. And this water is super, super high right now. I mean, this water is at probably twice the normal level. And you've got water on both sides. It's quite intimidating. You gotta be super careful, super aware of every step you take. I've almost stepped on snakes and gators on this trail. Yeah, I'm just ecstatic that this trail's back open again for the season. It ranges anywhere from mid-late September through early October, just depending on what they're seeing. But if it's safe enough to come back across again. So we'll go out this trail, we'll come to the end, we'll check the trail is at the back, which still may be underwater from what the information I've been getting the last couple of days. Then we'll come back down this trail. So I want to try to spend some time here. And we're going to try to take advantage of it today. And it's eerily quiet. I would say maybe this thing's only been open a couple days. Correct me if I'm wrong. Look back. I'm by ourselves. Just the way I like my hikes. Alone, nobody around. Hey, we're keeping steady watchers this morning. That's exciting. And please, if you would, you can share the stream with anybody you know. Let them see what we're doing. Maybe they'll be interested in a live nature walk. Oh, okay. So this area has been heavily worn down. Heavily worn down. Since we were here, since we got to walk this trail a few months ago. Last time it was opened. And we're always gonna have to keep checking behind us. I don't know how many times I've came and there'll be, you know, an 8-footer crossing behind you. Let me make this a little more vibrant. Does it look better in the popping colors? Yeah. Looks a little cleaner. Hopefully it'll brighten it up just a little bit. As I know the shadows are wreaking havoc on the camera. What do we got here? Okay. So those are opened alligator eggs. Either they were opened from just hatching or opened from raccoons eating. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. Here. So those appear to be opened alligator eggs. That's pretty neat. And looks like, so there was a nest right here. You can see the big opening. I'm gonna almost say it was raided by raccoons. Just by the looks of it, the stuff's so scattered about. Okay. So there has, ooh man, that's way bright. Yeah, this camera does not like anything that's bright green. Again, feel free to share the stream. Ooh, here we go. First gator of the day. I know that's not very clear, but right there. I think it's the one we've been getting here in the past. Let me back out, makes it a little clearer. That's a good size one, probably. From what I can see, the shadow in the water, it's about 6 foot. Wish it was a little closer. So it's the first alligator of the day. Maybe, I wonder if maybe this side's a little better to see it. Yeah, you can see the body. I mean, he's decent size. I mean, enough he'd be able to, you know, take you out in a heartbeat if he wanted to. Most of the gators here tend to leave you alone. Really, nobody has any problems for the most part. And the gator's probably gonna leave you alone unless you ever smack him on top of the head. Woo! No room for error. And hopefully there's nothing there to watch you. And look how close that is. And literally right on the edge, so you really want to get through that area quickly. Good stuff. I said, you guys are seeing this live along with me, and whatever could be, whatever could have changed here. Season. Man, something's been cutting across here pretty heavily. Let's move across that quickly. Another good cut through right here. Yeah, I mean, this place is very, very active. Always is. You're guaranteed you're probably going to get something whenever you come. Another cut across. So, yeah, they've been active this season. And I do have my still camera around my neck in case we see something really good that's at a distance. And if we do, we'll post that over on Instagram You don't care about me one bit. I'm hoping maybe we'll see the raccoons today. Man, this is... Let's see how dry this is. Yeah, it's a little spongy, but it's manageable. Okay. Let's do a peek behind us. Make sure there's nothing stalking. Bird sounds upset up here. Birds are not happy this morning, are they? I don't think he's alarm calling because of me. There may be a predator bird somewhere. It's always more eerie whenever all the shrubbery is still high from the reopening, because it takes about a month or so for this to start getting knocked down. But even then, ooh, ooh. Who sees it? Who sees it first? Me. Ah. Sorry, this gimbal's very, very sensitive. See it? Don't mind my stupid fingers. That's a big one. I always look at the distance between the eyeballs, and you can tell it's fairly wide. So that one right there is well over 6 foot, easily. Probably maybe pushing 8 feet, maybe. So that's our closest, biggest one for the day so far. I'm gonna take my hand out of the little strap. I'm gonna try to get a still shot. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a couple still shots of the head of that one, so I can post it later. Okay. So yeah, that's a good size one. Ah. Make sure we're zoomed out. Sorry, my grubby hands keep getting in the shot. Since we're still kind of new to this walking live streaming thing, it's going to take us a little while to get the knack of it. It's been heavily used. So let me mute you guys for just a moment. Okay, the person that was passing had music going, so I just wanted to mute the camera just so we can avoid any copyright strikes. Because YouTube's very good at striking you for picking up music, especially on live stream. Should we go over across the water? And I have seen alligators, pictures of them on this bridge. Dun dun dun. Knowing what may lurk beneath. Ooh, a lot of bees. Let's see what we got out here today. Not seeing anything cruising. Oh wow, I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't think the camera is going to pick it up. But the whole big massive flock of white birds in distance. I think the camera's just barely picking it up. Yeah, you guys can barely see them, but a big flock of birds. Okay. This may end up being a fairly long stream because I do tend to spend quite a bit of time here. If you're enjoying it, hit the like button too. That really helps with the algorithm. It lets YouTube know that people are enjoying this kind of video, so it'll show us up more on other people's, suggestions. So we've got 2 alligators so far. That's just so far. I can almost guarantee we will see more. Sally, Circle B is actually a pretty good spot for plane spotting as well. I hear one, I just can't see it through the trees. But you get a lot of Amazon airplanes coming into Lakeland, because they have a pretty big facility over there. That aircraft sounds pretty good size. Oh, this little guy was right on my feet. I didn't even see him. Hey, buddy. Want to say hi? Come here. Oh, nice. Sounds like you got a friend close by too. Want to come here? No? I almost actually stepped on him. He did not care one bit that I was standing here. Did you? You didn't care about me. I love squirrels. They're so fun. And of course the bugs are bad today because it's really humid. Now, usually you'll see the gators on these banks, especially during the winter whenever it's kind of cold. They'll come out there and get the sunshine to warm up. And I'm even wearing bug repellent, and they're still attacking. Look back. Ugh. Man, the amount of cut acrosses here today are unreal. Oh, this tree came down. Yeah. So this came down over the last couple of months. I was gonna say, I thought it looked awful bright out through here. Ah, shade. Just what I needed. Ooh, I heard something. Big splash. It's back over in that area somewhere. Don't know what it was. But we'll find more stuff. We always do. Because I don't think the word's gotten out yet that Marsh Rabbit Run is open. Surprisingly, they didn't close Alligator Alley this season, which I thought was unusual. Usually that's the first trail that they close. But it was open the entire time this year. How long have we been going for? 34 minutes. Okay. Not bad. I hear an angry bird. Beautiful morning for a hike. A lot of stuff moving in the water. There's a lot of fish in here, a lot of turtles. I mean, a ton of turtles. I mean, all your different kinds, especially the soft shells. And I believe we posted a video of a soft shell getting eaten earlier this year. Oh. I don't know if it's going to come out. See the spider over the screen? It's almost as big as my hand. If you guys like arachnids, those are the things for you. I, on the other hand, not a fan of spiders. Nick, no thank you. So we're somewhat nearing the end of Marsh Rabbit Run. See a great blue heron up here on the right. We'll see if he gets really upset with us and makes a bunch of noise when we get close to him. They tend to really not like humans. Let's see. Hey, buddy. Oh. Hi. Tall bird. All right. So I do see a good sized gator on that center. You guys can probably spot it already. I'll zoom in. You see him there? Yeah. There. You see the head. Trying not to make you guys dizzy. That one is about 7 foot, give or take. Right. Stay in on him. I'm gonna try to take some still photos. He is kind of in a shadowy area, so it's gonna be hard to see. But let's move backwards. Maybe I can get a clearer shot of his head with the still camera. Yeah. And if anybody's curious, I'm using, what am I using? I don't even know what camera I'm using anymore. It's a Canon PowerShot, I know that. It's a 5X or SX 540 HS, if anybody's curious what kind of still camera we use. And the cell phone is a Galaxy A51. Little outdated camera, or cell phone camera, but we make do. Right there actually looks like a good shot. No, good shot for me. Cell phone, not so much. Cell phone does not like these shaded spots. Yeah. Change the still camera batteries here in a little bit. Huh. Interesting mushrooms. It's pretty cool. Interesting. If I can fall and not trip. Ooh. And the camera needs to balance out. I don't know why it does not like going into bright areas. So up here, they tend to have some problems with gators on the trail. It was either early this year or late last year, they had to close this end of the trail off because of gators were constantly laying on the trail. Looks like another turtle nesting site. It's a pretty common spot right there. I've seen them nesting, or a turtle nest there pretty much every season. All right, let's see what we got. Out across the lake, this lake anyway. Right there. Yeah, that's another cut across right at the edge of your feet. This ground is really, really soft. Another big cut across. In reality, you could be standing there and have, you know, a gator less than, you know, 3 feet from you if he's just under the surface of the water. Woo. Oh my God, you guys can see it. There's a little marsh rabbit. The lighting is terrible, you guys can't even see it. Oh, it's a little bunny. You guys can't really see him, but that's a marsh rabbit. Aw, cute. Oh. You guys can't really see him. He didn't pay me one mind at all walking up. That's the closest I've ever gotten to a marsh rabbit. Marsh rabbit on Marsh Rabbit Run. How ironic. I didn't even see him. All right. Yeah, this water's extremely high. We broke back out into the sunshine, really feeling the heat. And this part of the preserve is always really windy. No matter what, it's never still. There's something jump. Probably a turtle, more than likely. Again, if you're just tuning in, we're at Circle B Bar Reserve here in Lakeland, Florida, doing our first ever live stream here. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It's been a fun couple days doing a little celebration for my birthday that was yesterday. Took a couple days off, so we're just kind of checking out some stuff. And we will be doing another live stream tomorrow as well from well, I'll just make it a surprise. We're going to be over on the west coast of Florida tomorrow, but I'll leave the rest of it as a mystery. Ooh, big old great blue heron down there on the end. I'm not even going to attempt to zoom it because it's just entirely too far. Ooh, got sweat in my eyes. So let's see if there's anything hanging around here today. Got a an Inhinga, if I pronounce that right. Probably not. Probably botched that, but that's what that bird is. Also known as a, I think a snake bird, because they do swim underwater to catch their prey. Yeah, like small fish and stuff like that, but they can actually swim underneath the water to eat. It's like you gotta constantly look. I said what? I've had that squirrel right at my feet. You know, didn't know it was right up on it. Same with that rabbit. Didn't even know it was going to be there. I would love to see the bobcat here today. Chances of that are very, very minimal. I've had probably 4 encounters with the bobcats here in 2.5 years of coming. So, like I said, it's very, very slim chances you're going to get to experience that. And I'll tell you, whenever you do get to experience, having a bobcat come within arm's reach of you, it's quite the experience. And we have posted pictures and videos of that in the past. There's some swamp chickens. I call them swamp chickens. I don't know what everybody else calls them, but that's my name. Now, look at this. We're back here on this trail, completely by ourselves. Some of the best gator sightings I've had have been right here on this trail. I mean, I do see some gators far in the distance. I'm not even going to try zooming with the cell phone because they're just too far out, and all you guys are just going to see is a distorted water. Heavy cut across, and this was a nest. See all the either opened or eaten eggshells. Wow. So that's 2 of those, or 2 or 3 of those we've seen today so far. Now you can come here, or you can come into this section from a couple different ways. And more flowers or eggshells there too. Ooh, bubbles. Looks like the water may have receded from the photos I was being shown the last 2 days. Holy cow. Yeah, there's a gar. You guys can't really see it, I know. But there's a Florida gar right there. About 2 feet in length. So, man, this water is so high. I've never seen it like this before. He must have just finished hunting. He's drying himself out. Yeah, I have never seen the water this high. I do see a fairly big gator in the water up here. We're gonna try to get up here a little quick before he gets too far out and take a look at him. Oh god, yeah, this guy's massive. You guys might be able to even see it already, and he just dove. If we hang out here for a minute, maybe he'll pop back up. That one was really good size. It would have hands down been the biggest one we'd seen today. We'll give it here in a minute just to see if he pops back up. Looks like he's not going to cooperate with us. I'm trying to keep you guys pointed away from the sun. Yeah, so that gator is going to play chicken with us, I guess. And from what I could see at the distance, it was probably 9 feet, easily. And we still got some water. It's like crackle. So yeah, you can see this whole area was underwater. It has receded off a little bit last couple days. But man, you're talking about right on the edge still. You know, I wasn't really planning on going much further anyway. I just feel like this is going to be a muddy mess. And I really don't want to have my... Man, yeah, that is... The ground's just giving way. I'm stepping and it's just... And I'm just sinking. That is a little blue heron, who apparently has an attitude problem. Yeah, I mean, there is a lot more to see, so we'll go ahead and just turn around here, I guess. I really don't feel like getting super messy, being so early in the day, because it's only 10 o'clock, so I had to look at the phone screen to see what it actually said. And we're already almost an hour into the broadcast. Hope everyone's enjoying this. So I'll average, on a typical visit, I'm usually here about 3 hours, and I'll get in about 6 miles, between 6 and 8 miles on the trails. And that's rarely ever covering the same spot twice. So usually you can just keep going and going. There's so many trails that loop around. Now, let me point out something real quick. So if you do go this way, you can follow it, loops all the way around, and it'll bring you back out to the other end of where Marsh Rabbit Run started. And there's a lot of gopher tortoises out in that end. And a little tip, they gopher tortoises that have been relocated because of health problems, or been moved from construction sites or whatever, they sometimes are put here, and they will have a little number written across the top of their shell, and that's how the state tracks it. So they'll put ones here that have like neurological problems, which we have, I think, shown on videos in the past. He'll have like a 4-digit number or a 3-digit number on his shell as it's painted, and you'll know whenever you see it that they've got neurological problems, but they're still deemed healthy enough to survive on their own in the wild. And yeah, a lot of them get released here. It's pretty neat. And some of them are quite overly friendly. They will come right to you sometimes. I've had that happen. One came and fought with my foot for whatever reason. He just kept headbutting my shoes. It's a new experience whenever you have a tortoise Yeah, headbutting your shoes. Just make sure you bring water whenever you come here, because there's no water available to purchase. Okay. And if you go straight, you can hear the route. I think it's, I want to say it's 540 in the distance. I'm pretty sure it's Route 540. It's what takes you from Winter Haven towards Lakeland. It is nice not being at work today. We won't go straight because we are going to do Alligator Alley. Yes, that's the name. If you've never been here, it's called Alligator Alley. It's been hitting, the trail's been hit and miss for me in the past. I know a lot of people will claim that's their favorite one, but it tends to be a lot busier than Marsh Rabbit. And me being me, I like the trails with the least amount of people. So yeah, I prefer to come back here because not many people will venture this far back into the preserve because it is a further, trek back to your vehicle. And most people obviously don't want to do that. I get it. I guess I have to walk into the sun until we can get back under the tree cover. Hey, 3 simultaneous people watching. Awesome. Woo! Man, camera. Where's the camera acting up? Or the gimbal? Come on. Guess need a little bit of assistance. I'm sure this heat is not helping it. It was 85 degrees, 86 degrees whenever I pulled in the parking lot this morning. So yeah, I got toasty super quick. Sunscreen, hat, bug repellent, which bug repellent is pretty much worthless against bugs here in Florida. These ones just laugh at you whenever you put bug repellent on. The mosquitoes here are like airplanes. Yeah, I don't know about you guys. Let's get out of the sun. Feeling on top of my still camera, and that thing is, you could probably fry an egg on top of the still camera right now. It's so hot. That's truck brakes if the camera's picking that up. All right, let's get back in the shade. Whew. Ah, that's better. Just wipe the sweat from my eyes. A little bit of a breeze. Cool us down. Let's cool the camera down. It is supposed to rain later, they claim. Like 60%, something like that. That one gator, he's still laying over on the bank. I mean, you can see the outline of him already. So he's still here. They tend to not do a lot of moving around this time of the day. I know they tend to be more nocturnal. He's still here too. Just a big old great blue heron. He's beautiful. He, she, whichever. I don't know how to tell the difference between the two, if it's male or female. But beautiful birds. They still fascinate me. People claim that, you know, after a while they don't even pay attention to the wildlife. I'm like, how can you not? I mean, the wildlife is part of the reason why we moved to Florida in the first place. Because being originally from West Virginia, you know, you don't get near the amount of stuff that you do here, especially in terms of uniqueness. You know, even so much as the simplest things like a raccoon. I mean, we'd see them every once in a while, but not like the numbers that you do down here. And bobcats, I had only ever seen a bobcat maybe twice ever in my, 30 years life at the time before I moved here. Now you see bobcats all the time. You know, just driving along, you'll see them. And that just fascinates me. I'm hoping by the time I get to Alligator Alley, the sun will be a little more overhead instead of, you know, sitting kind of low. Just so we're not having to like walk backwards to keep the camera clear. And if anybody did watch yesterday, we did a live stream from the East Coast up in Flagler County over at the Bulow Plantation Historic Ruins, or whatever that name's properly called. But we did a live stream there yesterday for my birthday. That was fun. That was a beautiful place to go. See the old sugar mill ruins from the early 1800s. That was torched by supposedly the Seminole Indians during the Seminole War, I believe, at the time. So if you want to go check out that live stream and look at it, feel free to go back to it. And there's also a hard recorded video of that location as well. And we posted a short or two from the beach yesterday afternoon. Let's see. Little blue heron. It's a big one. And he can go above it. Of course, the sun breaks out to ruin the shot for y'all. Sorry, we did a little 360 loop. I didn't want to catch somebody on camera without asking them first. As I know, a lot of people don't want to be have their faces on camera. Here comes a group. I'll turn you guys to the side. As we'll respect their privacy and not show them on live stream. Okay, turn back around, let them pass. And a lot of people will ask, why don't you want to show people on your stream? Just avoids any conflict, because I have seen streams in the past where you'll be out walking and there'll be groups of people, and some people go ballistic, and they do not, they do not ever want to have their face on camera for whatever reason. I'm sure you could come up with reasons in your head for why. But yeah, we just try to avoid it when we can. Even if we put up a hard video and we're editing, and we do catch somebody on the camera, for the most part, we do try to, cut out that little segment of where it's showing their face. I mean, most of the time. I mean, obviously some places you can't avoid that, but we try our best. And more so, especially if it's children, you really don't want them being shown. Some people don't care. I care about that. It's just something I want to make sure we don't have happen, at least if we can avoid it. One question I've been asked too, that I'll answer now, is why don't we do a broadcast or something from Disney? Well, the focus for me doing this channel has been, I want to go to places that are free and I'm not paying for Disney. Oh, here we go. I know you guys can see it already. So I'll see his eyeballs with a pretty good sized head. Yeah. Let's see if I can tip eyes. Over here is his nose. That's a big one. I mean, like, really big one. Yeah. I mean, whenever you can zoom all the way out and the head is still that visible. Yeah, that's impressive. So we got some shots of the head of that one on the Canon. Okay. Yeah. It's a decent sized gator. Ooh. When I tell you about, sometimes there's ones right off the edge. Right there. There's another one. So we've got multiple close together. I'm gonna try to hold you guys there. I want to get a couple snapshots. That one's smaller than the previous one by probably a couple of feet. I mean, it's still big. Now, people wonder why doesn't he attack us, being this close? Well, he's lost his element of surprise. I mean, could he if he wanted to? Absolutely. No question in my mind that he still could. But remember, alligators are ambush predators. Once they realize, once they know you see them and they see you, he's already lost his element, of surprising. So, I'm confident. Never saying you can never rule it out that he could, but more than likely he would probably still leave you alone. And you gotta think, these ones here are fairly used to people, because this is probably one of the most well-known preserves in the state, so they do see a lot of humans. But we'll go ahead and leave this one alone. Thank you, Gator. Nice seeing you. And, yeah. Like a spider dropping down in front of your face that was on top of your hat. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. If anybody has questions about gators or their behavior, anything like that, feel free to ask. I'll try to do the best I can to give you an answer. Ain't saying I'll know for sure, but we'll take a shot at it. Let's get through this soft section. Yeah, it's starting to really crank up warm now. Wouldn't mind seeing a snake today, if we, as long as I see the thing first. I forget which bush it was. It may have been that bush right there. I think it was that one. I was walking along. I was looking at my camera and I didn't realize it was a black racer sitting on top of that bush. He was inches from my head. But I like the black racers. They're pretty funny. They've got cocky little attitudes as well. And they like to pose for cameras for some reason. Back to this section again. Yeah, don't recommend standing there for very long. You may get something attach itself to your leg. Oh, there's that one again that we saw before. Yeah, what to do a live stream during the winter. And we'll show you guys how many are on the bank on that side. Hopefully, maybe we'll have a different cell phone camera by then to give a little better quality. I'm not sure what the broadcast resolution is at the moment. It's supposed to be 1080. I'm hoping that's what it is. I'll have to do the like stats, the stat for nerds thing that YouTube shows. We'll have to look at that this afternoon and see what it shows. But was the turtle? I do want to check on one of the alligator nests that was closed off, or no, that was ripped off a couple months ago. I want to see if that's still closed off or not. And we'll try to pop across Alligator Alley before I collapse from the heat. Do have my backpack on. See what our cell phone battery is up to. Okay. Clear some notifications. Okay, we're good. An hour and 17 minutes. We've only used like 28% of our cell phone battery, so that's really, really good. And we've only used 25% of the gimbal's battery. And this gimbal is a kind of like a cheap one. I got it off of Walmart. I have to, I don't think I can think of the name of it offhand, but it works pretty good. It is compatible with most cell phones, and there's also an app if you know, you can get fancy with it if you want and control it from an app. But we're not using that, at least at the moment. We may in the future. And we do have our GoPro Hero 9 with us today as well. If we actually use that or not is to be seen. Excuse me. It's like I almost need a second person to help with all the equipment that I go through, because I do bounce back and forth. Okay, back to the end of Marsh Rabbit Run. So we're just going to go right for just a little bit. Check a couple other spots, then we'll go out across Alligator Alley. So it's pretty cool. And theoretically, I guess you could go sit over there if you wanted. I wouldn't probably recommend that. God knows what kind of bugs and maybe snakes might come up on you. You got that bench, which is like literally against the water. There's only 3 feet separating the back leg of this bench and the water. You may get a unexpected visitor. Yeah. I'm hoping this will come out. You can obviously come back and read that sign more if you want. Talk about wildlife and their young. And I do love the baby sandhills, or they're aka called colts. Those are just, there's not many cuter babies on the planet than baby sandhill cranes. The little colts are just adorable. We have posted tons of videos of one specifically. I think it's from last year, 2021. Just how precious this one thing was. We recorded off and on over the course of probably 4 or 5 months, just watching it develop, and grow up. So there was a alligator nest, a couple of them right through here. They must have hatched by now. Yeah, because the ropes are all gone. Here's a sign of different kinds of. Oop, get my fat head out of there, but I can't see the cell phone screen. So you've got ribbon snakes and banded water snakes, green water snakes, yellow rat snakes, musk turtles, Florida softshells, red-bellied, Florida cooters, snapping turtles, and of course the gators. Beautiful gators. So and that's a nice cut through corridor right there. And it's going directly across and over into there. Okay. So he's coming. We'll turn the camera. Check one more waterway down on this end. Just a runner. I don't know. To me, it's not really supposed to be running, but that's my opinion. I mean, and yes, there's still, water on both sides of us. But there's one more drainage pipe up here. So that little area right here is all worn down. So something's been wallering that out. By the looks of it, it's a gator as well. It's really quiet over here. Okay. See a couple armored catfish. I know it's not the proper name for it, but it's just what I call them. People do tend to see the bobcat through here quite a bit. Being that it's so hot right now, more than likely the bobcats are probably bedded down, unless obviously they're super hungry, or if they have kittens. I'm not thinking they'd have kittens right now, because usually that's springtime whenever I have seen the kittens in the past. Oh God, look at that. There's 2 spiders. That one's massive. The fact that I'm not even zoomed in and it's taking up that much of the screen. It's like, nope, no spiders for me. No, don't mind me. Thought I saw the glistening of a gator head, but I was wrong. Okay, let's go tackle Alligator Alley. Another little blue heron. was hoping maybe an Amazon plane would come over, but we're not that lucky. But I don't have my, if I try to pull out my flight radar app, it'll stop the stream, so I could look up and see if there's any inbound aircraft for Lakeland. Yeah, Circle B. If I know most people want to come here early in the morning, late in the evening, but that's also whenever it's the busiest. So I still try to come middle of the day. Is it probably the best for catching stuff? No, but you do get the trails more to yourself, which for me is always a bonus. Let's see if I can. I spy a turtle. Turtle! Swamp chicken. Stupid phone call. I don't know if you guys can hear the ringtone or not. Something's been climbing up and over this embankment. Wow. I've never seen Alligator Alley so deserted. Balance the camera out a little bit. Okay. White bird. Pretty. You can still hear that bird. It's getting toasty. Not bad. So we'll be coming out on Lake Hancock here shortly. It's always pretty. The little bit of the air moving today. The lake should be pushing pretty decent. We are monitoring obviously the weather for next week. They are talking about maybe a tropical system moving up this way out of the Caribbean about mid next week sometime, if it holds together. We'll have to keep our eyes on that. As of right now, there it doesn't look very good, but it's obviously way too early to tell what or if we'll get any impacts from that. Stand in the shade for a minute. Whew. It is hot, hot. Phone says 86, but I don't believe it. Maybe 96, but definitely not 86. Don't see much of anything out through here today. At least not yet. If it's open, maybe we'll try to walk inside the visitor center that they'd have here. So it's kind of hit and miss sometimes if it's open or not. So we'll see. If it's open, we'll walk inside. If not, oh well. Oop. See, one thing I don't approve of here is bicycles. To me, bicycles should not be on these trails. Because all they do is just create ruts in the mud. Ooh, I spy with my little eye Gatorhead. See, and that's one thing you can't see. Why did the camera do that? Whenever you're on a bicycle, you're not going to see the wildlife. No, they just rode right past the gator with his head barely up out of the water. Stop, camera. That's a beaut. That's a beaut of a gator. Pause me while I'm okay. So it's another one on our tally for the day. Someone keeping track? Because I haven't. To see how many gators we've spotted today so far. And so far, this has been a low number day, really, for this place. Like I said, during the winter, whenever they're all coming up out of the water, to get sun. No, it's not out of the question for you to walk out of here just doing the same trail as I did, maybe seeing over 30 in a day. Even more, depending on what's going on and time of the day. And now, if you come here in the spring, whenever it's around the mating season. It's interesting because you'll hear, you know, the gators bellowing to each other, and it gets the sound. It just carries so far. You know, it's got such a deep, you know, baritone sound to it that you'll hear it long in advance, and sometimes it's hard to pinpoint exactly where it is. But that's truly an experience whenever you get to hear that, especially if it's up close. You know, it'll just, the sound vibrations will just go through your body. And it really puts the hair up on the back of your neck. And I'm constantly turning my head, you know, all around, trying to make sure we don't, you know, walk past anything. Gimbal's down to 50%. So I guess I probably should pick up the pace just a little bit, and I need to get a new external battery pack just to keep things charged. But obviously this is our longest live stream to date, so, you know, we'll learn, you know, we're learning more and more from each stream that we do. Cut across. Should be starting to see a lot more bald eagles here soon as well, as being getting into the fall and to the winter. You know, a lot of the eagles migrate down here, and yeah, there's usually a bunch, especially here at Circle B, because of the big lake. So there's, you know, plenty of food, plenty of trees for nests. All right, we're almost at the lake. Don't worry. Woo, man! Look at this. Cut across. Whichever one's been coming through here is good size. Just wanted to point that one out. That was quite impressive. Now the water on our left is not very deep. I mean, you can see the bottom. So it may be, you know, knee deep, depending on how much silt and stuff is on the bottom, as if you'd sink or not. But yeah, the water, at least right through here, from what I can tell, is not very deep at all. Now, obviously on the right side, that's actually part of Lake Hancock. It's probably be a little deeper. And what a depth on Lake Hancock is, I have not the faintest of ideas. From what I gathered, I would say fairly good, because the lake is quite large. Now, don't forget, there is other trails and preserves that border Lake Hancock. You got Marshall Hampton Preserve, which we've also did a video on. Then there's a trail that runs along the entire, from Marshall Hampton, runs all the way around the bottom side of the lake and comes out on along 98 South. Turn you guys for a moment, just to keep the faces off the camera. Okay, bring you guys back out. Especially because they had small children. Wanted to turn the camera if we could. Okay. First glimpse of Lake Hancock. Another guy. We'll turn the camera around. All right. Now, if Alligator Alley is closed, they'll shut the fence off right here. Lake Hancock doesn't look, actually looks pretty calm, but oh my God, man, there's a lot of gators. Just walking right here, I see 3 that are out there. 4. Let's see if we can spot some of them with the phone. I know it's gonna be hard to do with the sun. See one there, some leaves, see a second one. Man, it's so hard to see because the camera doesn't want to do it, but there's another one. There's 3 right there. Looking over that way, there's 2 more. This ain't promise, that's just tree debris. But yeah, there's plenty of gators in this lake. We'll check this little patch of water right here. It was just a small guy. Said the water's up a lot higher than it was the previous visit. Here, lots of bird activity. I mean, we're not doing that. We're not walking down that, no. I'm sure everybody would rather look at the lake. I was hoping to see some raccoons, but so far I haven't been lucky enough. Somebody's upset. Or the ospreys. Nice worn down path. Okay. Come on. Tell the gimbal's starting to get a little weak. We're just checking as we're going. Maybe we'll get an osprey on camera. I don't know. It's a good wallered out spot. I hear it, or is he? Oh, one of them like blackbird type things. I really can't believe we've went so far this entire stream and not have one like reconnecting issue. So the signal over here must be quite good. Oh. Osprey. Same. Yeah, this goes back to us, but that's an osprey. Sometimes at a fast glance, they do get confused with eagles. They have that white head as well, so bugs. Like I said, sometimes this trail's got a lot of wildlife activity, sometimes it doesn't. Today, not so much, but I know the heat has a lot to do with that. You know, on the days it starts dropping down like the 60s and 70s, tends to be a lot better. That's a nice shot there of him with his cast. The great blue heron. They're a dominant bird. They're just in number or sheer size of it. The brush along the sides over here has gotten pretty thick. But yeah, winter's coming. All this stuff will start dying off. It's unfortunate. You see some human trash in there where people have thrown it. I'd go down there and get it, but it's actually in the water, and yeah, you probably don't want to get in the water. But I don't. Boat. Can't really see it, but you can see the wake. Some guys out fishing, I would think. Okay. Hopefully there's nobody out on a little dock pavilion thing up here today. I hope not. So a lot of activity in here apparently. Turn the camera. Keep the faces off the stream. Okay. Yeah. Another great blue heron. Oh! He missed his kill. Yeah, the blue heron was going for a fish and he missed it. Okay. I don't know, that's the waves just now coming from the boat or what? It's kind of weird. See another set of people coming, so we're gonna have you turned. Camera. I thought I heard maybe an eagle in the distance. So to keep our eyes looking up. They do like this end down here. Never really seen any gators on the inside of the trail today. Scooters, really. Unfortunately, they went out onto the dock as well, but we'll try to walk out there. Worst case, if they're too loud, I'll mute the microphone just to keep them from disturbing the stream. Okay, so here's the dock. Out onto the lake. Yeah, there's some gators out here too. Yeah. One right there. It's a good size one. Yeah. You can see by the wake behind it, it's pretty good sized. And there's another one right there. That one looks to be smaller though than that one. And Hinga. So you see the pavilion. Unfortunately, those guys are still out there. I want to show you guys the inside of the pavilion. We'll walk out there. I'm just going to mute you guys though. So hang on. We'll walk. It'll just be silent. Okay. So they finally moved off. They were actually talking to you guys, and they apparently thought I was talking to myself. Because they apparently have no idea that people can do live streams. But what can you do? Somebody's always got to make a smart comment somehow. But I had a feeling that was going to happen, so that's why I muted the camera, just in case. Yeah. I thought you were talking to yourself. And that was what I got whenever I walked up there. So, yeah. That's not good. These boards might be starting to rot, but whenever you bring bicycles and heavy electric scooters out onto this thing, plus all the dry rot, no wonder there's holes. I hear something big. I hear an aircraft of some kind. Sounds like either a 737 or a 767. Depending where it is. Ooh, yeah, the gimbal is slowly dying, unfortunately. Down to 25%. We'll see if it dies. We'll either continue the stream, it'll just obviously be a lot more shaky, or we'll end the stream at that time if it does die here. soon. Yeah, I mean, we're over 2 hours on the stream, so that's pretty good. Try to move a little faster. I mean, we're almost done with Alligator Alley, actually. At least I think. Maybe not quite. And you see how much we've walked already today. Oh, that was a gator. That was a gator. Oh my God, that was a gator. I don't know. I saw a great blue heron with the fish. I think when the blue heron hit the fish, I think there was a gator underneath the water. Yeah, there's the gator right there. Yeah, I think he tried to attack the bird. And obviously he missed. Yeah, I'm looking at him through the zoom camera. He doesn't have anything in his mouth. So the bird tried to get the fish, and the gator tried to get both of them at the same time. Woo! That gets your heart pumping. You hear that water splash, because really, I mean, you knew exactly that was a gator. So he's going to be quite upset. Yeah, that bird has an extra life today, apparently. I mean, that gator's not the biggest. If he would have been a little bit bigger, I think he would have got that bird. Yeah, that gets your heart racing a little bit if you have something like that happen. The gator must have been under the water at that time stalking that bird. Then whenever the bird, pounced to get the fish, the gator saw it as an opportunity to try to get both of them. Okay. It's a little dramatic. Gotta love it. Hopefully, I don't know if that bird got any injuries or not. He did fly away with the fish in his mouth. I would assume the bird's fine. But, yeah. That heron got lucky today. He got very, very lucky today. Because I had saw the bird in the distance, and I didn't see any gator. Okay, we're almost up from where I usually see where I've seen the bobcats a lot of the time. It's usually up here on this little stretch. So we'll be very, very quiet. we'll try to walk in the grass to reduce the sound of our feet. I'm not hearing, seeing anything. See the wild pig damage, because there's a lot of wild pigs in here. Except maybe see one of those today too. Now the ones here are just wild, like domesticated pigs almost, that are just living and breeding in the wild now. These are not the wild boar, because they don't have the domesticated pigs don't have the tusks. Wild boar do. Oh, big group of people. So we'll probably turn you and probably mute. We're gonna mute you guys until we get by them, because it looks like there's a fairly large number of children. Okay, we're past all the kids and the adults with them. If it's a school project or something like that, they do a lot of learning programs here, through the school system. But we're almost somewhat back. At least we got to see, a lot of gators, a lot of birds. That's what you hope for. I love the tree canopy here. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, I'm getting pretty tuckered out. see, it looks like when we're done, maybe we'll try to see if we can find Amtrak coming through today, depending on if it's on time or late. Just, you can probably almost put money on Amtrak being late, because it usually is. Here lately, it's been averaging from like an hour and a half to 4 hours late, just depending on the day. I hear an eagle. I just can't see where it is yet. I hear it. Okay, so large area. This is all wild pig damage. You know, they're digging for grubs and all that good stuff. Yeah. Now, for the most part, the wild pigs in here, they'll leave you alone. These ones here are so used to people that I have, you know, I've had them like bump into you. Yeah, because the pigs here just really don't care. They'll run into you and not even think twice that you're standing there. Turn you guys again. They were talking a little loud, so went ahead and just muted that for the moment. I mean, they're still far away and I can still hear them. After doing a bunch of hiking yesterday and then doing a bunch of hiking today, and then we'll be doing some walking tomorrow from a location on the west coast of Florida. That'll be fun. Thanks. I just saw something dive out of the tree up here. I need to go up here and investigate because I saw something come down. So, you could go that way to Lost Bridge Trail, but I just saw something come down, and I want to make sure that it wasn't a critter. What in the world? Yeah, I saw something come down, but I don't know where it went. Yeah, and you can walk around these gates if you're coming from the main parking lot. They just keep it closed off to keep the you know, any cars from running back in here. Yeah, I saw something come off the tree. I don't know if it was just tree debris or what. So I decided to go and investigate. Now, the Lost Bridge Trail, if you want to go to the bridge, come from the other side by the main parking lot, not this end, because this side's going to be underwater. I mean, coming here for 2.5 years, this end of the trail, you get so far in and it's underwater. It's been underwater for 2.5 years. So, yeah, if you want to go to that bridge, coming from the main park road, on your way in. That would be the second parking area. So unless you don't mind wading through ankle and knee deep water.
Is the lake trail open?
Okay, somebody asked a question right at the same time the gimbal decided to die. But 2 hours and 18 minutes on a gimbal charge. It's not bad. I'm gonna try to keep this as steady as I possibly can. Obviously it's gonna be a little shaky now. But we did pretty good. I'm impressed. I'll just know I need to get a new battery pack, and I'll just keep that plugged in to the gimbal, like you know, strap it or duct tape it somehow. Yeah, I mean, we're almost done. We're almost to the visitor center, so we'll see if that's open real quick. If it is, fantastic. We'll walk inside and check it out. If not, then we'll end the stream over here. Now, it shows you how much difference, though, the gimbal makes. Follow this. Come over here, we'll sit the camera down, put the gimbal away, just so I have my hands steady. Trying to think of what I could do. Sorry. So just hang on for a second. We're going to put the gimbal away. Okay, I've got the gimbal put away. Freeze up my other hand. Squirrel. He's got a walnut or a chestnut? Oh, he's got his head, and his mouth is bigger than his head. What you got, buddy? What you got? So cute. I believe this will take us straight over to the visitor center. Like I said, I don't know if this is open or not. take a look. Yeah, looks to be open. Want to go in and look? Yeah. Okay. So we're inside the village. We're just gonna walk around and show you guys. Which way you want to go? I guess we want to go this way. Hello. Hang on, guys. Okay, guys. So we signed in. You guys want that? Yeah, we had to meet you guys because I was talking to the receptionist over at the front desk. So we're like over in here somewhere. We're in kind of central Polk County. Again, I'm sorry that it's a little shaky since the gimbal died. I think we got a fish tank over here too. We'll go check out. Yeah. If you want to see it, like possibly what a bobcat kitten would look like, it's just a statue, but that's what one would look like. Come on. There we go. Now, gopher tortoises. Now you got the fake snakes, which you've heard me talk about recently, where I almost stepped on a venomous snake. Crossed that one. Bobcat fur. That one. An otter. And deer fur. Man, the otter feels amazing. Scat and tracks. Now, you guys want to see what was it called? Paleo catfish? Yeah, white catfish. So you got different things. You got channel cats. You know, blue tilapia. So, you got everything you can see.
Hey there, where will be
Sorry, little kids came over and wanted to talk. So yeah, these are the armored catfish I was telling you about. Yeah, invasive species, you know, here in the state of Florida, but their numbers are just insane. They're everywhere. But that's what polluted water looks like, technically. And you see they're thriving just fine. So. You could go in the den if you want to. Yes, dark. You want it to be that dark. You see this gator head from 1993 here in Polk County? This is actually on loan. Look at the size of that thing. Sadly, I think some of the ones we saw out there today could have matched that in size. Rattlesnake skin. You got wasp nest. You know, you got skulls of everything. You know, wild pig skulls and, you know, frog skeleton.
Do you know what,
You know, a coyote head. So,
no, when I go along, when it's not there.
and go fishing. Now you guys can really see some of these. Yeah, that's coming out better than I thought. You know, exploration lab. You know, obviously more for kids, but you know, and as an adult, you can come in here and look around. You know, interactive things for all the children. Try to avoid having the, you know, kids' faces on the camera. Just want to come in here and look around. You know. You know, Indian arrowheads from around this area. You know, thrown in the Tassa. Shovel tools, stone axes. And these are from here in Polk County. Yeah, we're not playing that game. Let's go back here and look at this canoe. This is a Native American canoe. So you guys have gotten to see canoes 2 days in a row. This was found on Arbuckle Creek in Avon Park Air Force Range, to the just to the south. Yeah. I mean, look how long this thing is. Looks like molar teeth of some kind. From some kind of jaw. What's seen? You look back on our channel and you'll see that we've had tons and tons of stuff. Right. So, right. Let's go back outside. At least the AC in there felt really good. Camera's fogging up just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, really feel how hotter it is out here. It was pretty decent inside the building. For 2.5 hours. So we'll probably we'll go for just a little bit longer. Then we'll eventually end this broadcast here shortly. It's like I don't want to end you guys too soon in case if we see something. It's like, 'cause I want to be able to show it to you guys live. So this is like the main parking area here, which we did not park in. We parked closer on the midway point coming in, just to people drive crazy, and I don't feel like getting the car hit. Looks like there's something getting ready to start. I see a lot of people coming in uniforms, so there might be some kind of class or so here. I don't know. There's always stuff going on here. And the lovely bathrooms. I don't recommend. I'd go to 98 South just to a proper mini mart for that. Trying to keep you guys as steady as I can without the gimbal. It's hard to do. Once we get to the end of this trail, we'll cut it. as I do have some messages I haven't replied to in, well, 2.5 hours. Hope everybody had fun today. This was a good adventure. And first time ever doing live streams 2 days in a row. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well, and hit that notification bell so you know when we go live. And make sure you check back for tomorrow. Should be Saturday, September, what is it, 24th, for another broadcast we'll be doing. Again, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good day wherever you may be. I'll see you guys later.